This video will walk you through derivatives in Maple. First, let's define a function. Here, we will define the function f of x equals x cubed plus sine x. If you have any questions about how to properly store a function in Maple, please watch the Functions in Maple tutorial. Once our function is defined, and again we define this function as f of x, we can find the derivative in one of three ways. We can simply type f prime of x on the keyboard. We can use the ddx button under the Calculus tab and then type f of x, or whatever our function is, in the function field highlighted over the green F. We can enter the command diff parentheses f of x, comma, x, close parentheses. This would be read as differentiate the function f of x with respect to x. We can find the second derivative in a similar way. We can simply type f double prime using two apostrophes on the keyboard of x. Again, the double prime must be two apostrophes. You cannot execute this command by typing in a quotation mark. We can use the d2 dx2 button on the calculator, under the Calculus tab, and type f of x, or our function, under the green F field. We can enter the command diff parentheses f of x, comma, x, close parentheses. We can also enter this as diff f of x, comma, x, $2. In both of these, we're indicating that we want the derivative of f of x to be taken with respect to x 2 times. This indicates differentiate the function f of x with respect to x, and then with respect to x again. This indicates to differentiate the function f of x with respect to x 2 times. We could also enter diff f of x, comma, x, $3, close parentheses, to get the third derivative, and so on. For higher order derivatives, we can use the dn dxn button and type in the desired derivative in place of n. Typing 4 in place of n would give us the fourth derivative. We can also type diff f of x, comma, x, $, and the number of whatever derivative we want. If we wanted the fifth derivative, we would type a 5, close the parentheses, and hit enter. We can also take implicit derivatives. Suppose we have the implicit equation y squared minus y equals sine of x, and we want to find dy dx. We can use the command in the front of the function, implicit diff, open a set of parentheses, type in our implicit function, and then type comma y, comma, x, close the parentheses, and hit enter. The order of the y and x here is important. Y first followed by x will compute the derivative dy dx. If you flipped this and entered x and then y, you would get a different answer because this is now computing the derivative dx dy. Note that here we did not define the function first, but rather just typed the function into the command line itself. This option is always available, and we could have done the same on the examples above if we did not want to define f of x first. For example, here, if I had not defined f of x above to be x cubed plus sine x, I could type x cubed plus sine of x right here into the line itself, and I would receive the same answer. I hope this video has been helpful in getting you started with derivatives in Maple.